Here's how to make fake jazz music. So one thing like you kind of realize after you play guitar for a little while is you can kind of identify like sort of like the characteristics of a genre. Like punk music uses power chords, so if you want to make like a fake punk song, I mean in a certain way it would be a real one, you just play a lot of power chords. That kind of thing, or like hillbilly music. You could do like a lot of alternating bass sort of stuff. So for jazz, or like one more that's kind of funny is metal. Like you can do a power chord and then like tweak them out like that. You gotta have some distortion. But for jazz music, there's this shape, A minor 7. But once you learn it, you realize a lot of jazz uses this shape. So what you do is, like I'll do it on 7th fret, you do middle finger on 7, ring finger on 7 on the D string, and pinky on 7. So it's like 7, skipping the A string, 7, 7. Just making sure this microphone is working. 7, 7, 7. Jesus. Alright, 7, 7, 7. So then you just start moving this around. You gotta use your fingers like this. Like the first chord, there's going to be 3 of them I'm going to show. But see, it already sounds pretty jazzy, or like bossa nova if you go. So it's a nice shape to know, and you can also kind of fake jazz music. And actually, like jazz musicians do use this shape a lot. So that's it. That's a minor 7 shape. So like down here it'd be 3, skip A, 3, 3. And you want to do it with these fingers, you'll see why in a second. You could do it like this. Some people just play. So A minor 7, B minor 7, C minor 7, D minor 7, E minor 7. Then what you can do, let's go back to the 7th fret. That's B minor 7. Then just take your first finger, take your middle finger off the 7th fret and put your first finger on 6th fret. Now this is a major 7 chord. This is B flat major 7. So this is the other shape you want to know to make jazz music. I'm calling it fake jazz music because this is a big reduction of what jazz music does, but they do use this. It's like the same way. That's not like a real punk song, but it's actually what punk musicians use a lot, so it does sound like punk. Or metal, that kind of stuff. So you had this guy, B minor 7, and then go to B flat major 7. So that's 6, 7, 7. But notice how I got there. So see, make sure you can do that. So make sure you can do that, keeping these fingers constant on 7, 7, on D and G, and then moving like that. And once you got this shape, if you understand it, then just start moving this around instead of the minor 7. Sounds a little weirder when you move this around randomly. Then the minor 7. Still sounds cool though. So then what you want to start doing is mixing these, and look how you get from one to the other. So you could do like major 7. I'm going if you kind of do it slow with some pauses that sound dramatic, it sounds more convincing like a jazz song. So like you start out kind of fast. And then you can take some time and actually find something that sounds good, like maybe like major 7 on 6. Maybe this first. Nah. That sounds kind of cool. Minor 7 on 6. Nah, I like that first. Major 7 on 6. It's starting to sound more jazzy. So far we have two shapes, minor 7 and major 7. Minor 7, that's B minor 7 because this note's B. This is B flat major 7. Then the last shape you want to learn is take your third finger off and put it right there on 6. This is a dominant 7 shape. This is more like bluesy sounding, so you don't necessarily need to use as much, but this is a really common 7 chord also. So that's 6, 6, 7. It looks like that, but see, like the way I got there was easier because like you can just be like little adjustments, you get to the different chords. So at this point I'll give more of a real chord progression. We'll do C major 7, A minor 7, so we're on 8, 9, 9, C major 7, and then you go to minor 7 on 5th fret, major 7 on 1st fret, F major 7, then we need the new dominant 7, G7. So and you can start noodling around with extra notes on top. But then what's fun to do is add like a little step in between, like a normal chord progression like that, like sometimes it's a hit or miss. Like sometimes it sounds cool, sometimes it sounds lame. Like that sounded pretty lame. So. Does that sound stupid? I like that. Messing around with these shapes. And these three shapes, I mean, partly I made this lesson kind of because it is funny once you understand them to make fake jazz music. And it's fake because you don't really have an intention. Like, it sounds like real jazz music, but I don't really, like, I know what I'm doing to some degree, but it's not like there's a melody that I'm trying to really play over, like, have to know what I'm doing. So it's not that in control. That's why I would say it's fake. But these shapes are actually super essential jazz shapes to know. Because I've taken some jazz guitar, and these are the 3 shapes we use the most. There's some other ones up on. Basically, you gotta also learn the same shapes up on these 3 strings. But these ones are like super easy to know. That's why I wanted to do these ones. If you put some effect on, and you can start also like experimenting, like off these shapes, adding extra notes, or maybe changing some of the notes a little bit. Once you kind of got the shapes, just try messing around. So anyways, it's a fun little thing to do, and like most of the time when I show my students who get this far with guitar, like that you can make fake jazz songs, I think it's really funny and it's pretty fun to do. So I've been meaning to throw this up here for a while, but I just forgot. But there it is. Okay, bye.